Hi and welcome to Thete Gaming and the first 3rd edition Age of Sigmar game. We played this between my Soulblight Gravelords and Stars Kharadron Overlords 2000 point game. We're using the General's Handbook stuff. Now, it talks about in 3rd edition battle packs. You choose a battle pack. There are, as far as I can tell, 2 battle packs at the moment. There's the one in the core rule book, which has, in many ways, it's sort of better because it has only 3 battle plans to the 12 in the General's Handbook, but they're more straightforward ones and ones I much prefer. The other thing is the battle tactics. This is quite critical, particularly for this game. The battle tactics sort of make more sense. You have to choose a battle tactic each of your turns to complete. You get extra victory points for it. Whereas with the General's Handbook, which is what we've gone with the General's Handbook for 2 reasons. First of all, it's a lot handier to have this in a game than it is the big old core rulebook, which has actually got all the fluff in it as well. And secondly, you know, if you're sort of thinking in terms of tournaments, the General's Handbook, realistically, I think is what would be used for tournaments. So we're playing this in the realm of Gur. That's this season's realm. And the battle plan we randomly selected was First Blood, which is a really weird one. And I'm not guaranteeing that we didn't get the award of victory points for the so-called vantage point, because what happens, it's very weirdly worded. Basically, you've got 3 objectives, and it's very much like 40k, really. If you control 1 objective, you get a victory point. If you control 2 or more, you get another victory point. If you control more than your opponent, you get another victory point. So if you control 1 objective, your opponent controls none, when you're scoring them, you'd get 2 victory points, 1 for holding 1, 1 for holding more. But the idea with the vantage point is, I'm going to get this right because this is really weirdly, at the start of the battle round, after you've received your start of round command points, the player taking the second turn picks an objective to be the vantage point. When a player receives their start of round command points, they get an extra command point if they control the vantage point. So you can't just pick the one you already control and go, I've got an extra victory point, because you choose which is the vantage point after you get your command points, but you determine whether you've got the vantage point or not as you get your command point. So in other words, so you're picking the vantage point for the following battle round, effectively, is how it's working, which is fine because no one controls any of them in the first battle round anyway. But I may have been scoring those at the end of Battle Shock phase when you also determine if you've got objectives. But it didn't make any difference to the score in the game anyway. So that's the battle plan we've done. The actual lists that we used are in the description below. I used a core battalion that allowed all my army to go into the 1-drop battalion. So I got to pick who went first. And we'll lead into there. So in terms of deployment, the Soulblight Gravelords dropped 1 time. There are 2 units not there. There's a unit of Blood Knights that's in ambush, and there's a unit of Graveguard that's also waiting in the underworlds, or whatever we call it now, where that is going to have to pop up as a grave site. There's a unit of Blood Knights there, unit of 30 skeletons with the Necromancer, which looks a little bit like a Guardian of Souls, and the Vampire Lord, which is not actually Radikar the Wolf, a Vampire Lord, Prince Vhordrai, who is Prince Vhordrai, and another unit of Blood Knights there. And then the entire Kharadron Overlords army is over there, all bunched up, pretending like it's not going to be going first. And everything is pretty much inside it, apart from those engine riggers.
Yeah, 6 engine riggers with a volley gun and the character engine rigger.
Yes. And there it is. Obviously, I dropped down in 1 go. Kharadron Overlords was in 3. And I am going to, despite what Games Workshop says, choose for Star to go first. So he'll get 2 command points, I'll get 3. Hero phase then.
Yeah, I will attempt to give myself an additional command point with the heroic action that the general is going to do.
So you need 4 up.
That happens, so I'm on 3 command points. And then I will try, using the Barak-Zilfin ability, the Ironclad and all the engine riggers around it are going to teleport themselves in the hero phase.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Right, so this is a combination of sneaky movement that's done in the hero phase and then the actual movement phase. So, owing to a cock-up on my part, I'd completely forgotten about the weird deployment nature. I should have put those Blood Knights further up, but that's allowed them to get closer in. So the Ironclad did a teleport in the hero phase and then moved closer. The engine riggers and that's your warlord, isn't it? Your general.
Endrinmaster
have moved up there. The Ironclads just did their teleport from over there when they were in the hero phase, just to make sure that they're in range. I suspect I'm using a command point on giving Vhordrai an extra point on his save. Put it that way. But that was the movement phase. You're not in range of any objectives where you are at the moment, but we'll sort that out at the end of the turn anyway. Right, so we start on the shooting phase. Go on then.
Shooting phase. The guys inside the Ironclad, the Ederic Navigator is going to shoot into the Vhordrai.
Well, he's going to spend a command point to give himself +1 save.
Yep.
He's going to need it.
Hitting on freeze and wounding on freeze. 1 - 1 damage.
So this would be a 3-up. He's fine.
Yep.
I'm just going to double check. Yes, that is a 6.
And then I am going to spend the triumph I got before the game on Thunderers to give them +1 to wound with their Edershot rifles. And they are also going to shoot into Vhordrai.
Right.
So that is going to be 22 shots. So 6 times 4, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. And then, while doing it, I'm also going to spend the one of 3 command points I have to give them +1 to hit from all-out attack.
Right.
So they are hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s on Prince Vhordrai. 2s, and look at the 1s. Although I still saved quite a bit with that
That's
command
not
point.
bad, yes.
And wounding on 3s. So that is going to be 5, 9 - 1 damage.
Okay, so 9. 3. So fails 1 and he's got Deathless Minions to ignore it on a 6. He does not ignore it, so he takes a wound.
Does he have an innate 3-up save?
Yeah, his normal saves 3.
Hmm.
All the vampires have 3-up saves.
Fair. The Arcanaut Company in this
Yep.
ship is going to shoot its volley gun into that unit of skeletons, and the light skyhook into the Prince Vhordrai.
Right.
Skyhook. Am I within 9? I am. So, oh no, this is not within part of the garrison. Skyhook hitting on a 4. No. And volley gun. 5s. And 4s. 2 - 1 on the
Skeleton, so it'll be 6 saves. Saves 1 and then 6 Deathless Minions. But they can re-roll 1s because of the standard.
Ooh.
And they save that.
Fair. The frigate is going to shoot, well, this frigate is going to shoot its carbines into the skeletons,
Right.
and the heavy sky cannon with shrapnel into Prince Vhordrai.
Okay.
Shrapnel shot D6 for 4 shots. Hitting on freeze. Wounding on freeze. That's 2 - 1 to damage.
Passes both.
Yeah. And then Edershot carbines. That's 1 hit. And nothing.
Right.
Right, so that's that shot. This frigate is going to shoot everything into Prince Vhordrai.
Right.
I am just going to do shrapnel and carbines at the same time because they are the same profile. D6 for 4, so that's 8 shots total. Freeze and freeze. All hit.
Okay.
And freeze. That's 5 - 1 to damage.
3s again. Oh dear, we've got 2 there. How many damage?
2 each.
2 each, so that's 4 deathless minion saves. Saves 1, so he's taken another 3 wounds.
Then the Arcanoid Company is going to shoot. It's going to shoot its light skyhook and the volley gun into him.
Okay.
So skyhook hitting on a 4, misses. And volley gun. 5s and 4s. 1 minus 1 damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've completely
Vhordrai.
forgotten. Vhordrai again. He's okay.
Right. Right. The Ironclad then. Need to have this here. Alright. Everything is going into the Prince Vhordrai.
Right.
Carbines. 3. And I'm going to do the shrapnel shot as well. It's the same profile, so why not? And I'm going to give myself +1 to wound with the Ether Gold.
Right.
So I'm hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s with this. Okay. 3s and 2s.
So many 1s you can get. Oh, no. Oh, 1. Oh, there's
Yeah.
1.
Alright, so that's 6 minus 1 to damage.
Ah, this is where it's going to hurt. Okay, that does hurt, so that's 2 damage each, so... Oh dear, it did hurt. So that's another 4 wounds gone through.
And then the volley gun. Volley gun. Wait, why did I shoot shrapnel shots? I shouldn't have those.
Right.
I'm just going to play it with the Great Sky Cannon. I messed up there. I apologize. I shouldn't have shot that. Ether Shock Torpedoes. 4s and 2s. 2s. 2 minus 1 d3 damage.
Oh, that's terrible.
Alright, d3. That's 4 damage.
That's terrible. Right, so that's another 3 wounds gone through. That was a bad one.
I don't think I have anything else that I can possibly shoot at him. The Dirigible Suit Weapon Battery is going to shoot into Prince Vhordrai. 6 shots, 3s and 3s, and everything else is going to go into the Blood Knights. 3s and 3s. So that's 3 minus 1 damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep. Other cannon then. 1 shot, 3s and 2s. Hits and wounds. 1 minus 2 on Blood Knights.
Blood Knights, so they'll get a 5 up. No.
D3.
2. Deathless minions. No. So
And
1 has taken 2 wounds.
then 3 shots from Gaze of Grungni. 2s and 2s. And 2s.
Oh,
1
okay.
minus 2 d3. No, 1 minus 1 d3, sorry.
So 4's fine.
Yeah. And then the Engine Riggers. Engine Riggers, they have a volley gun and rivet guns. So the volley gun is going to go into the Prince Vhordrai,
Right.
and rivet guns are going to go into the
Right.
guys. Rivet guns, 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. That's 2 minus 1 damage.
And this is on board, right?
Yep.
Oh dear. 1 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, taking another damage. Not liking this.
How many is he on now?
He's on 12 wounds taken.
So how many does he have
He's
left?
got 2 left.
Shame I'm not gonna be able to kill him. Right, 3, 3, and 3. Right. That is all from the rapid fire rivet guns into the
Blood Knights.
Blood Knights. 3s and 4s. 3s and 4s. So that is going to be 4 minus 1 damage.
So 4s. That's 2 gone through, and Deathless Minions. So that's 1 dead and 1 has taken a wound.
Yeah, I don't think I can put it
No, he's gone
possibly
for every
shoot
unit,
again.
yeah. So you want to charge something?
Just 1 second. Yeah, might as well. Right, charges.
Go on then.
Endrinriggers, make it.
They are in.
The Endrinmaster makes
Yes.
it. And the Ironclad makes it. So all of them will move up.
Okie doke. Go back to the combat phase.
Yep. Yeah.
Right, so start the combat phase.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm going to be bombed,
Yeah, on 2 up.
even though they're smaller than me.
Yep, that goes off.
Yeah. Alright.
And you suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Right.
So 1 mortal wound.
No, I don't.
Right.
Right, so I'm going to use my remaining command points,
Mhm.
and I'm going to give them +1 save as well as +1 attack, because I think I can get away with.
You cannot put 2 command points on the same unit.
All right. That is true.
Command abilities, sorry.
So I'm going to go then for the saves. I'm going to give them +1 save.
And I'm going to start with the Endrinriggers, and I'm going to spend the command ability to give them +1 to hit. So I'm hitting you on 2s and wounding on 2s.
Right.
6 attacks, 2s, and 2s. So that's 4 minus 2 D3 damage.
So that'll be 4s. That is shocking. Go on, D3.
Yep.
On 3 of them.
So that is.
Oh dear, 7, isn't it?
Yeah, 7.
That's not good. So that'll be 2 whole ones dead. So that's him dead, and the standard bear will be on 1 wound.
Yep.
Is that then done?
Yeah, that's then done. I cannot
Yeah.
attack with the.
So, well,
Go
obviously
for
I
it.
can't move anything closer, so I can only have the champion into your Endrinmaster, and the other guy will just have to go into the Endrinriggers as they've attacked. And I'm just double checking it is +1 attacks on the champion. So we'll do the just checking there's no cunning things here. Just +1 attacks on that. I didn't make a charge, so it's just going to be bog standard. So against your general, 3s and 3s. Right, I'm not liking that. No, 3s. That's -1 rend, just 1 damage each.
4 ups. Save both.
And then the mount, 4s and 4s. What is this? Okay, and then the other guy on your Endrinriggers, 3s and 3s. This. Do you see why I want to give him +1 attack? +1 to hit, rather. Right, it does at least wound, -1 rend.
5 up. Nope.
No, and then the horsey.
Is that 1 damage?
That was just 1 damage, yeah. The horse has hit all the times. The horse is wounded once, no rend there.
4 up. No,
Okay.
the horse is
The
killed.
ninja horse has killed a thing. Well, that's handy because I can at least do some healing if there's anything left at the end of the turn.
Yep.
I
And
think. Yes, that's right. It's not just then, the mounts count as well.
alright, the Endrinmaster
Yeah.
is going to pile in, as I can still get closer
Yes,
to your
yes.
base.
Well, you can be the same distance from the base, yes.
And 3 attacks.
Yeah.
3s and 2s. Okay. And 2s. 1 minus 2 D3 damage.
So 4s, fine.
Alright.
Then it would be your Ironclad
Yeah. And everyone inside of it.
and everyone inside of it.
Yeah. So, the Ironclad. Where is it? Ironclad is going to attack with 8 weapons. I don't think I can do anything fancy here. No. 8 attacks. 4s and 4s. 4s. Wow. And 4s. 1 minus nothing.
Saved.
Yeah. And then the company is going to. I have a sky pike, so 2 attacks, 4s and 4s, and 4s. No.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be 2 gunboats, 4s and 5s, and 5s. Nope. And then 6. 1, 2, 7 attacks with melee. Well, normal melee. Arcane cutters. 4s and 4s. And 4s. 1 minus nothing.
That's fine.
Yep. And then Ponderers. Wait. I shouldn't have a Skypipe because those were supposed to be Ponderers, but only the Gunboat went through, which I only have.
I mean, no damage has been done anyway.
Yeah, so never mind. But I have a Zephyr Scope, 3s and 4s on the Navigator. 4s. No. Right. That's it.
Right, so, well, I killed a thing, so I get to heal D3 wounds. Hopefully it'll be 2. It is, so he has taken... Oh, he'd only taken 1 wound, what I'm talking about. We count the wounds taken in Age of Sigmar. So, there's nothing else left to fight. Right, so this is... Okay. You now have to work out... You've completed your battle tactic, which we may not have said was Savage Spearhead, which is, again, I should not have allowed this, but 2 or more units within my territory, which you have. Hang on, I'm in the wrong section. But you're not in control of any objectives.
Nope.
I needed to pick the vantage point, didn't I? We'll randomly determine it because I forgot and things have happened. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though realistically I'd be stupid to take that one. But it's going to be the middle one. That's okay.
What's the range of objectives in this one? Is it
6? 6 in the centre.
Then I am.
You're in range of that one. So you've got a victory point. You've got more. So then that's 2 victory points for that. And you've got the 2 victory points for completing the battle tactic. So that would be 4 victory points in total for that turn. And we'll be back in my turn. Right, beginning my hero phase now. Again, new edition. We didn't realise we can both make a heroic action. So I am going to make my one from the previous one. The only one I could possibly have done was to try and get an extra command point, which I do. So I'm on 2 command points again. For this hero phase, I will attempt the heal. I just have to, on 2d6, roll below 10. Right, okay, what was that doing there? But still, that is below 10. So that's just d3 wounds, I think, isn't it? So I can heal d3 wounds. 2 wounds, so that's 10 wounds. You're going to use heroic willpower.
Yeah, I can deny 1 more.
You can deny a spell when I do it. Vhordrai is of course going to pop his chalice now and heal d6 wounds. Smash in. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, Vhordrai. You healed a wound. Cracking. Nothing else I've got for healing him anyway. Right, so I'll just be going to spells. Right, let me just... I did have a little think about what I'm likely to want to do. So, my Necromancer will attempt to cast Van Hel's Dance Macabre on the skeletons. It needs a 6-up. He gets it on a 6. I'll leave that.
I'll try to deny.
Okay.
Nope.
No. So they have Van Hel, so they'll be able to fight twice in the next phase. He gets to be able to cast a second spell because of his artifact. He is going to cast Burning Head, which is on a 7. Fails, but he can re-roll 1. Gets it on a 10.
Not gonna.
That also means I can do it twice, so this is going to be hilarious. So, hold on. I will just double check that also counts for spells that aren't specifically Soulblight Gravelord spells.
And endless spells.
Yes, that is true. So let's have a look. If the unmodified casting roll for a friendly Soulblight Gravelords wizard attempting to cast a spell from... Yeah, so it's only from the Law of Death Mage. So no, I won't apply it twice. But applying it once is fine. That is okay. Now, I think I have to set it up wholly within 6 inches of myself. Why is it that I can never find it? There it is. 6 inches of myself, and it can fly 8. So I'm losing everything. Wholly within 6 inches. So it has to go there. And then it will move 8. And then any units within 1 inch of it, which would be that and everything in it, roll a die. On a 2-up suffers D3 mortal wounds. So for the boat itself, yeah, so that suffers D3 mortal wounds, 1 mortal wound on the Ironclad. The Arcane Company inside it.
Thunderers.
Thunderers, sorry, okay.
It was a mistake on my part.
Okay, so they will take 2 mortal wounds. And who else is in it?
Navigator.
Navigator. Yes, and he takes 2 mortal wounds. And then it is removed from play, and the Necromancer has done his work. Vhordrai, I think, is just going to cast his own spell, which will give him +1 to hit and wound, because he's got limited time left on this earth. So he needs a 7 for this. It will give him +1 to hit and wound. He gets it on a 9, which is hilarious. But actually that doesn't apply to us, it's not from the Law of Death Mages or the thing is. You can't dispel it, so he's +1 to hit and wound, so he needs to use that well.
Well, I could dispel it, I just not.
You're not going to attempt to. And then the Vampire Lord. So he's going to cast a Mystic Shield. Is he? Mystic Shield has a range of 12. There's limited things it can apply it to. He'll apply it to Vhordrai though, just in case things go badly wrong. Will he? Yeah, he'll try and cast Mystic Shield on Vhordrai. He's a 5. He gets it on a 5.
I'll try to deny.
Okay. Yes,
Deny.
you deny it. Okay, so that's done. There's no point in trying to do rally. So the only question is, there's no point in using that. So that will be the hero phase. I'll be back after the movement phase. Right, after a very finicky movement phase, where do we start? So Prince Vhordrai has moved up onto that rune. It's the only place he could get in charge range of the Ironclad, whilst being away from 3 inches from everything else. The skeletons have moved up. They're going to hopefully get a little bit of a sneaky charge. The Vampire Lord and Necromancer have just basically moved. The Blood Knights have moved with their beady eyes on the general. I have chosen, very foolishly, Slay the Warlord, failing to take account of the fact that I've had my Graveguard pop up at the back. But anyway, there it is. And we've had Blood Knights ambush from this table edge as well. So both of them giving themselves 9-inch charges against something. Hopefully one of those goes off. The skeletons would need a 5-inch charge. The Blood Knights would need a 6-inch charge against the general. And Prince Vhordrai just needs a 3-inch charge. The Vampire Lord I haven't measured up yet. He probably needs about a 6 as well. He's hiding. Actually, he can't actually be there. That's silly. He can't be underneath Vhordrai's base. There we go. So I'll lengthen that one. And I think that was it for movement. Right, so in the shooting phase, I can actually do a thing. oddly. Prince Vhordrai has not a shooting attack as such, but in the shooting phase, pick one enemy unit within 9 inches of this model and visible to it. I will pick... I could even pick the general. I won't. I'll pick the Ironclad though. On a 3-up, it suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the Breath of Shyish value, which won't be very many at the moment. It'll be 3 mortal wounds. But it is 3 mortal wounds on the Ironclad. Ironically though, if he was healthier, it would be D6 and I probably would have rolled a 1 or a 2. So actually, maybe that's not a bad outcome. Now, charges. So Prince Vhordrai, first of all, is going to charge. He gets a 7, so he can move in. He will just move into the Ironclad. This is going to be... I'll see first of all if I can move him like that, because that's easiest. Because if I can, that gives the... But I can't. So I'm just thinking the Vampire Lord, I'll have to charge him last and see where we end up. The... who do I want to charge next? It's very, very crucial that I get the Blood Knights in. I might even spend a command point on those, so I might leave those till last. The Death Rattle Skeletons. They don't get any bonus on charge. They're going to try and charge.
Nope.
No. Yeah, they needed a 5. I'm going to spend a command point. I can't now spend it on anyone else. Okay, so they now get in on a 9. Put those there. All right, the Blood Knights here. It's all or nothing now.
Nope.
No. The Blood Knights over there.
Nope.
No. 7. And the Graveguard. This is not going to go well. No. The Vampire Lord. Now he gets an 11. So he can get into something. Even with Vhordrai in the way. So I'm going to... There's nothing else to charge. I'm not charging the Necromancer and I'm not an idiot. Right, we'll just have to go with that then. So in terms of charges, the Skeletons of course have charged around that one there. The Vampire Lord is charged into the Ironclad. Vhordrai is charged into the Ironclad as well. And unfortunately all the other charges failed, so they're a bit stuck now. Right, end of the charge phase, my monster gets to do a monstery thing. He's going to stomp. He's in 3 inches of the Endrinmaster, so he's going to stomp the Endrinmaster on a 2-up, so it takes D3 mortal wounds.
Is it not only if they cannot fly?
No, stomp 1 enemy unit within 3 inches of this model that is not a monster.
Oh.
So he'll take D3 mortal wounds. I'm using a different die. Should have used the same one. That's 1 mortal wound. That's all. That's the end of the charge phase.
No.
Yes, I was going to just suggest that.
Yeah. I can shoot you with this guy into the Vhordrai.
Right.
And then the Ironclad can shoot you with its last ward.
Hang on a minute. Can you though?
Yes, because it's specific.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, can that shoot? Because it's.
Yeah, because it didn't start within 3 inches of an enemy. That's why I cannot shoot with the Ironclad, unfortunately.
Go on then.
Alright.
But I'm just thinking, we'll come back to it anyway if it's an issue. We'll just do that now.
Alright. Ironclad is going to shoot with these shrapnel shots from the Great Sky Cannon into Vhordrai. 3s and 3s. And 3s. So that's 3 minus 1, 2 damage.
2 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be 2 more taken. I'm just going to put these separately because I want to check that in a moment.
Yeah. Then the Frigate is going to shoot everything into him. D6 shots with the shrapnel for 5, plus additional 4 from the Aeroshot carbines. 3s, no,
It's minus
4s.
1, yeah.
4s and 3s. So that's 3. 3s. So that's 3 minus 1, 2 damage.
So that would be how many damage?
2.
Okay, this would probably kill him. Oh no, 2 more, 4, so he'd still be alive. Is that it?
Yeah, now I just drop bombs on you.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Ironclad is going to drop bombs on Vhordrai on a free up. No. And the frigate. You're not within an inch. So on a free up on the skeletons. Yeah, goes off. The free for 3. 3 more to 1.
3, so deathless minions. Saves 1, that'll be 2 skeletons dead, and I'll sort that out in a moment. We'll be back in the combat phase. Right, so the start of the combat phase, I'm going to have to use my final command point for Vhordrai to be at his full profile using the Gur realm ability. He is, of course, going to have to go first because he's going to die otherwise. Now then. I mean, I'm within 3 inches of the general. I could try and split some attacks if I wanted to be cute, because my lance will be hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. What's the save on an Ironclad?
3 up.
3 up, so that would go to a 5 up, and it would be... Oh no, go to a 6 up because he's charged. So he'd be rend 3, and it'd be damage 4 each. How many wounds has it got? It's got a lot of wounds, hasn't it? Like 8?
14 left.
14 left. I really want to kill your general. If I don't kill it, I'm in real trouble. I'm going to try and split attacks. I'm going to do my Blood Lance and Snapping Maw on the Ironclad. And I'm going to do the Sword-like Claws on your general. Do I use all... I'm just going to have to... Yeah. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? But we will see. So, first of all with the Lance. 2s and 2s. This is not the time for 1s. Alright, we've got 1 more. And no more 1s. Okay, so that's 3 wounds at -3 rend.
6s. Save 2.
Ah! That's 4 damage. This is bad now. You pain in the arse. Right then, okay. 3s and 2s. That's -2 rend now.
Nope.
D6. 5 more wounds. It's alive. How many's it got left?
5.
Can't kill it. Well, I can in theory, but I won't. Right, okay. Well, there you go. That's what I did. I knew I was risking it. Against your general, 3s and 2s. Oh, those hit. I see. All right then. Okay. For just -1 rend, but 2 damage each.
Saved 2.
So that's 4 damage altogether.
Down to 3.
How many wounds has he got?
8.
Oh. But he'd already taken wounds from Stomp.
Yeah, 1.
Oh yeah. Oh. Well, that's him done. I'm just double checking that there wasn't anything else that's sneaky, but I really don't think there was. That was really bad. Yes, he's done.
The Engine Riggers are going to attack the Blood Knights.
Okay.
3s and 2s. And 2s. So that's 2 minus 2 for D3 damage.
Okay, 5. Saved 1.
That's... Yeah, 2.
So that's 2 wounds taken. Is that them done?
Yep.
Wow. They have to go next. So obviously with the same thing as before, the champion on your general and the other guys on your other guys. So, which ones do we do first? Which is going to be the better? We'll have to do. We'll go on your general first. So, 3s and 3s. They all hit. And 3s. 3 -1 rend, 1 damage each.
Save 2, down to 2 wounds.
And the horsey, ninja horses, 2 hits, no wounds. So then the guy on your engine riggers, 2 hits, no wounds. So that's them done.
Horses.
Oh yeah, horsey. 1 hit. That's them done.
Alright. The Endrinmaster is going to go into the Blood Knights.
Yeah.
Can't attack anything else. So that's going to be 3s and 2s. 3s and 2s. So that's 1 minus 2d3 damage.
Yes, that goes through.
1.
Yes, that is 1 kill.
Mm-hmm.
Right, skeletons. Right, we have to pile in here just in a minute. Right, so skeletons are piled in. There's 19 plus the champion, so I'll do the normal ones first, which will be 3s and 4s. No bonuses or anything. So that would be 6 with no rend.
6 4-ups. Saved 4, down 2 wounds. Down.
And then the champion, who is marginally better, he's got 3s and 3s. And 3s. No, so I said marginally better, I didn't actually mean it. Right, your go.
Yeah, Thunderers are going to go into Prince Vhordrai.
Right.
So, they usually never do anything.
I suspect they might this time.
Well, it's 9 attacks with gunbots, because you killed one of them. 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. 2 minus nothing.
Oh, he could be dead. He's not dead.
And the drill bill. 2 attacks. 4s and 4s. Nope.
No.
Nothing either way.
No.
That's it.
I'll go with the Vampire Lord next. Why not? I've still got my skeletons to go again, but the Vampire Lord against the Ironclad. So he gets 4 attacks. 3s and 3s. Alright, that is not the best start. -1 rend though.
4-ups. Saved 1.
3 damage, 2 damage. So it definitely lives.
Yep.
Okay, your pick.
Let's do the Navigator into Prince Vhordrai. Actually no. I'm going to go to the Arcane Company into Skeletons from this ship. Skypike, 4s and 4s. And 4s. 1 minus 1 d3 damage.
So 6 up. Saves. They are impregnable.
2 gunboats, 4s and 5s. And 5s. 1 minus nothing.
5 up. They are impregnable.
And 7 attacks with Arcane Cutter. 4s and 4s. 4s.
They may not be that impregnable.
2 minus nothing.
5 up. Just 1 damage this will be, won't it? Oh, they're not impregnable. Another one has died. But do you know what that means? Because it's my turn to pick a fight. On a 4-up, he'll get up again.
What?
So when you pick this unit to fight, roll a die for each model in the unit that was slain in that phase. On a 4-up, you return that model.
Wow.
So I won't bother removing him. So we will then launch there. I can pile in again. Right, okay, so the skeletons will go again. There's some more in range now. They'll all go into the frigate that they're surrounding. So I'll do a 13 and a 10 with the normal guys. 3s and 4s. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. that's 9, but no rend.
Force. Saved 3, 5, go through. So that's down to silver 7.
And then 10. 3s and 4s again. This is making up for it. And then 4s. Oh, okay. That being said, that's still another 5.
Yeah. Saved 2, so that's 10.
And then the champion. 2 hits, 1 wound, no rend.
4 up. No.
So, is it now prevented from flying high?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Definitely.
I think that's every one of mine done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just yours remaining attacks.
Yeah. Well, the navigator might as well go into Prince Vhordrai to attack 3s and 4s. I'm just going to spend my triumph of the navigator to give him +1 to wound. So 3s and 3s. 3s and 3s.
Okay.
Okay.
Well spent.
Ironclad.
Yeah.
5 attacks. 4s and 4s into Prince Vhordrai. 4s and 4s. That's 2 minus nothing.
He's fine.
Alright. The frigate. Frigate has 3 attacks. 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. Nothing.
No.
And then the second frigate is going to pile in. And 6 attacks. 4s and 4s. And 4s. 1 minus nothing.
So 5 up. 1 damage.
Yep.
1 has succumbed.
And then the Arcane company inside of it. Skypike, 4s and 4s. And 4s. No. The gunboats, 4s and 5s. Nope. And yeah. Arcane cutters, 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. Nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
That everyone attacked?
Yeah.
Well, everyone's mine's attacked. So
I don't care about.
I won't care about Battle Shock either. So I don't think I've scored anything because I don't have any objectives. That being said, hold on, I'll check in a minute. Back in a minute. Right, so we're rolling to see who's going to go first in this one.
5.
2. So you get to pick.
Yay.
So I take it you are.
Yeah, otherwise I'm dead.
Right, so I'll get 3 command points, you'll get 2, because obviously all our previous ones have been expunged.
Yep.
And then we'll be back in the hero phase in a moment.
Alright, so I can heal my Ironclad.
Right.
Well, everyone heals a wound. Right. So that's back to 10. That's back to 14. And then I'm going to, wait, hero phase. So I need to save that for hero phase.
Right. Okay, start the hero phase, our heroic actions.
Yep.
Vhordrai will attempt to heal himself. He can heal for D3. Let this be the 3. Okay, 2. It's better than nothing.
Yep. I'm good. The Endrinmaster is going to attempt to do the same. So needing below 8. No. Is it below or what happens when it's equal?
Let's have a look then. Heroic recovery, it has to be less.
Okay.
Oh, but if it's equal, you heal 1 wound.
Alright, so I'm back to 5. Yay! And then he's going to use his command ability on the engine riggers to make their healing of wounds for a ship be rerollable. So 5 dice on each 4-up, that ship regains a wound. And I can reroll this. So that's 4, and then the Endrinmaster is going to heal it for free. So
I knew I should have killed it. So I knew I should have made sure of the kill. Mistakes were made.
Yep.
Mistakes were made.
Then the Navigator is going to look at Vhordrai, and I need to roll a dice. 3, so he now has half his move.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
Alright,
Movement characteristic is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything else in shooting. Hero phase.
Right, so we'll be back after movement then.
Yep.
So in terms of movement, the new vantage point is that objective marker there, so that has done what it does, just teleported over there. The other two couldn't teleport, but the Ironclad could disengage. I should have killed it. This was a bad mistake, but it's over there now. I'm now going to pay for that mistake, I suspect, but we will see. But that was the only thing that could move, because those haven't disengaged. They're happy enough there. So it was just those 2 ships, and that one has lost too many wounds to be able to do anything.
Well, shooting phase.
Right. Let's have a look now. Well, let's see. You're going to target first.
Everyone inside this boat is going to shoot Vhordrai.
Hold on.
I'm within 3.
Are you?
Yeah.
That was careless of me. How are you within 3?
Because you moved like that?
Oh, that's annoying. I'm just trying to think. What have you got to shoot?
Everything.
Yeah, I know. What have you got to shoot?
Pistols, volley gun, skyhook, and a volley pistol. Plus then the ship itself.
It's folly. The other thing I'm thinking of, if I give him +1 to save, I can also potentially mean that you have to use as many guns as possible to kill him to save other stuff. So I will give him the +1 save. Just because...
well, I will start with the frigate. I'm just going to use its Triumph to give it +1 to wound, because I'm not going to do it on anything else. So, everything into Prince Vhordrai. Shrapnel shots, D6. 6?
Oh dear.
So that's 10 shots, because I'm going to do the
carbines.
Yeah, carbines as well. So 3s and 2s. Okay. And 2s. So that's 6 minus 1, 2 damage.
Do you know what? I picked up 6 dice. So this will be 3. Right, that's 1 that's gone through. 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so he's taken another wound. He's got 2 left.
Alright. Company. So 3 shots for the leader, and everyone else has 2 shots. So that's going to be -3, 7, 6. So that's 6 times 2, 12 additional shots. 12 plus 3. So that's 15 shots with pistols. 4s and 4s. 4s. And 4s. So that's 6 minus nothing, 1 damage on Vhordrai.
That's pretty poor. Right, so this could kill him. I need at least a 6. We don't get 1. He is actually killed. So he doesn't do an explosion. He's not a Terrorgeist.
And all the other shots are lost. So yeah, the frigate's done.
Right, that's a shame. I was hoping to have to force you to fire more things.
Engine riggers are going to shoot into that nasty blood knight in front of it.
Oh. Oh no. What was your battle tactic?
Oh. Killing your adrenaline?
Yeah,
No.
well, there will be something.
That's not your
there will be,
general.
no, it doesn't, I'll find it. You will be able to get a battle tactic from it. You, it's our first game of 3rd edition.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I'm quite sure one of them will be to kill a monster, and you were going to kill that.
We're
one.
very sorry, guys. We didn't anticipate we will get this. Games Workshop has done a mistake, and we're
not sorry at
engaging on that.
all.
I lied. We are not.
Right, let's have a look. So, you can't do that.
And I forgot.
Oh, actually, well, you could. You could pick Broken Ranks, which is to pick a Battleline unit. I'm just trying to see. There are ones you could easily do. Yeah, bring it down. Pick one enemy monster on the battlefield. There was only one, and you were always going to go for it. So yeah, you could just take bring it down.
Yeah. I also forgot to give myself an additional command point on a 4-up because heroic things.
Yeah.
4-up, and you could do the same.
No, because I healed him.
Oh yes.
So I used mine.
Alright. Engine riggers. Right where we're back. 3s and 4s, I believe.
How many is in range? What's the range on them? Have you piled in with them yet?
It's not.
Oh, you're
melee.
shooting. You're shooting.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I completely forgot what phase we're in.
Yeah. 3s and 4s. 3s and 4s. So that's 4 minus 1, 1 damage.
So 4s. And save.
Okay. Alright, well, the Endrinmaster is going to shoot as well. Might as well. Alright, Endrinmaster. Aider Cannon. 3s and 2s. 1 minus 2d3 damage.
Not saved.
3 damage.
He dead.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shoot into your general.
Necromancer, yeah.
So, D6 shots with shrapnel. Because I'm not within 12 inches of anything. So I'm not gonna be able to shoot anything else. Yeah. So, D6. 4 shots. 3s and 3s. 3s and 3s. 1 minus 1, 2 damage.
So it'll be 2 damage onto his deathless minions. Saves 1, takes a wound.
How many wounds does he have?
He's got 4 left.
Right. And then the light skyhook from the Arcane Company, because it's 18-inch range. 4s and 3s. 4s and 3s. Nothing. Alright. Now I have an Ironclad and everything inside the Ironclad. Alright. So, the Ironclad itself is going to shoot everything into the skeletons. Unless I don't want to shoot anything. No, the Sky Cannon. The Sky Cannon is going to shoot into the Necromancer and everything else into skeletons.
Okay.
So, shrapnel shots from the Sky Cannon. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Alright. 2 minus 1, 2 damage.
Okay, so it's 4 damage. Need deathless minions. Okay, he's still alive.
How many wounds does he have?
He has 1 left.
Okay, that's not too bad. And then everything else on the other guys. So, torpedoes, 4s and 3s. 4s and 3s. Nope.
No.
And then the carbines, 3s and 3s.
Did I tell you they're impregnable?
3s and 3s. So that's 5 minus 1, 2 damage.
So 6s. Save none of them. 2 damage. Leave another 5 of them. Deathless minions. And they can re-roll 1s for deathless minions. Okay, so they save 2, so that's 8 dead. I'll just make a note for now. 8 skeletons gone.
And then the Thunderers. This might be stupid, but I need to get rid of that Necromancer. So I'm going to shoot half the squad into the Necromancer with 10 shots.
Okay.
Oh no, 8 shots. I'm going to shoot 8 shots into the Necromancer and the leader and 4 other guys.
Remember, Thunder is dead, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I said 8 shots. So 8 shots into them, into the Necromancer and everything else into these
Skeletons.
guys. 3s and 4s. So that's 3 minus 1/1 damage.
So it doesn't get a save, so it's deathless minion. He is dead.
2, 3, 4. And then everyone else into the skeletons. Freeze. And force. That's 4 minus 1/1 damage.
4. So 6s. No. And then deathless minions. Can reroll that. So that's another 4 gone, so that's 12 gone. Is that?
Then the navigator
Navigator.
is going to shoot into this guy.
Okay.
Freeze and freeze.
-1.
No. I
Okay.
didn't hit either way.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's my shooting
That's
phase.
shooting. So I'll remove the skeletons and then we're back for the charge phase.
One of your skeletons ate my cannon.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Charges.
Charge phase now.
Aye. Endrinmaster. In. Engine riggers. Should be in. 7.
To what? Him? Yeah, they can get into him.
And the Ironclad.
Yes.
And that's all the charges.
Right, okay. So combat, I'm going to have to spend a command point, obviously, on giving +1 save to my Vampire Lord. He's my remaining character now.
Yeah. Aye. Bombs.
Yes.
Because Frigate is going to bomb these guys, as I don't think I'm within 3 inches of the...
Oh, is it not just against charges?
No, it's as long as I'm within an inch.
Right.
So on a 5.
Yeah.
Just making sure, because now I'm a -1 to
right.
do this. It's normally on 4, so yes, on a 5 up. So they suffer D3 mortal wounds. They suffer 3 mortal wounds.
Deathless minions. They save 1, so they take 2. So I'll just...
And then the Ironclad on a 4 up. No.
Right.
And then melee. I think I'm going to go with the engine riggers.
Yeah.
First, because they have more attacks, so
Right.
it makes more sense. 3s and 2s. Yeah, 3s and 2s into the
Vampire
Lord.
It's the only thing they
The
can
Vampire
hit.
Lord. 3s and 2s. So that is 4 minus 2d3 damage.
So -2.
Yep.
Right, so that'll be 4s. That is
Ooh.
really bad. That is okay.
So that is
Shocking.
6, 7, 8.
I need 4. This is not going to go well. No, he's dead. That was a bad one. Right, so let's have a look. Okay, it can only be the skeletons now. How many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 12 plus the champion. So 6, 9, 12, and it is, I remind myself, it's like it's 3s and 4s. It's sometimes, yes it is. 3s and 4s. And 4. So that's just 2, no red.
Saved 1, goes through with 1, so that's 11 wounds.
Champion. Both hit. 1 wounds, no rend again.
Saved.
So, okay, that's the skeletons attacked there. Remember, they still have
Yes.
band hells on them.
I'm not within range of Endrinmaster because I didn't put him within 3 inches, thank God. And then the Arcane Company inside of this because they have more chances than anyone else. So Sky Pike, 4s and 4s. Nope, of course. 2 gunboats, 4s and 5s. Nope. And the Arcane Cutters, 7 of them. 7, 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. That's 3 minus nothing.
So 5. No. No deathless minions, they're not in... Oh, let me just double check, because it works in range of a grave site as well. I'll tell you what, I'll just roll for them for now. Because okay, it might make a difference for one.
Might matter.
Deathless minions. Yeah, 12 inches of a graveyard.
Grave site.
Grave site even. Yeah, so they one is saved, so that's 2 fallen. So that is another 2 gone. That is basically them knackered really, because I haven't got anyone to give them inspiring presence. Oh, no, unit champions can do that now, can't they?
Yes.
So actually I will be saved. But that's it for... Oh no, it's not for combat because they go again. Right, so 2 have died this phase, so they might get up on a 4-up. Oh, one gets back. Okay, I should not... I removed it in haste.
God, that's so annoying.
It's the only thing they have. It can't be used... It's not like reanimation protocols. It can't be used...
Yeah, but that's so annoying.
But specifically, it has to happen before they attack. But if they've got Van Hells, then they get a double bite at it.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 11 really plus the champ. I'll do the champion first. Both hit. Only 1 wounds, no rend.
Nope. 12.
Okay, 6. 11. And then 4s to wound. There's only 1 wound.
Saved.
Saved. Okay. How many wounds is it on now?
12. So
12 taken.
2 ones left.
Yeah.
And now it fights back.
Right.
Frigates. It has apparently still 3 attacks. It's still not in its lowest bracket.
Right. Okay.
4s and 4s. 1 minus nothing.
5 up. That is 1 damage I take it.
Yeah.
No, so another 1 dies.
I'm just going to remove this token it has because I have used it.
Okay.
So that it doesn't confuse me. I cannot
just put it on. Yeah, we'll put it on the base in future.
Yep.
I'll get some pliers out in a minute.
Yeah.
Is that everything attacked?
Yep. Battle shock.
So battle shock. I am. Yeah, I'm going to have to spend that. There, they will do nothing left of them if I don't. No one else cares. So yeah, that's the end of that. So we'll actually just come back at the start of my turn because I need to have a look at something for scoring, but the scoring will come up on the screen. Right, okay, so into my turn to start the hero phase. I have no heroes, but Star does, so...
On a less than 8, the Endrinmaster heals. He heals.
He heals D3.
For 3, so
3.
he's down to 2 now. Suffered, of course.
Right, yeah. Okay, so we can sort that out. We'll be back after the movement phase.
Yeah.
Right, so after the movement phase, the Blood Knights have moved around there to be within 3 inches of the Endrinmaster. The Blood Knights on the other side have moved within 3 of the Ironclad. The Graveguard, I was umming and ahhing about running, but I didn't think there was any extra benefit in running. So they've moved in. They're going to need basically a 9-inch charge on the frigate. They didn't get it last time, but who knows? There was nowhere else realistically to move them from there. And that's all I've got left. That's all I've got left. Right, so technically this will be the shooting phase, but do you know what? I don't have any shooting. I am just going to say, we just said off camera, well it wasn't off camera, but I'm putting it out anyway. Discussing Blood Knights as being actually a very decent unit, and completely forgot that in my first turn, because I had things in combat with it, I could have used its special move to move across things, do mortal wounds to them, and then charge in and get bonuses for that. Did not do that. So, never mind. So in terms of charging, right, let's try the Graveguard first. A 9-inch charge, I think we've measured it up to need. They don't get it, so that's fine. The Blood Knights on the far side, they are in just. That's fine, that's all they needed. The other ones could do with a long, well, they still only need 3, but they could do with a longer one. Perfect. 9 for them. So I'll charge everything and then be back. Right, so just before I get my shooting from the charge phase, so the Blood Knights have charged in, but they've charged into sort of everything, because I think I need to make sure of the Ironclad. I don't know how successful the shooting phase is going to be. So they've charged in around there rather than just focusing on the Endrinmaster and the Endrinriggers. Obviously the Blood Knights just plinked in. The Graveguard unfortunately got nowhere. Right, so you're going to spend a command point.
Yep, the Ironclad is going to shoot into those great
these ones. Okay.
Nice. And then he also gets a free shot with the Great Sky Cannon.
Okay.
So 6 shrapnel shots with the Great Sky Cannon with no minuses. Freeze and freeze. And freeze. So that's 3 -1 2 damage on those.
These ones, yeah. So 4s. Okay, 1 has gone through. D3, did you say?
2 damage.
2 damage. So Deathless Minions, they are in range. No, so that's 2 wounds taken. Let me just get. We'll have to take it on this guy.
Yep. Then from the -1 to hit once. The torpedoes hitting on 5s. Oh, hit once. And freeze. 1 -1 D3 damage.
Saved.
And then the shrapnel shots and the carbines, because it's the same profile. Force and freeze. And freeze. So that's going to be 5 -1 2 damage.
Okay. So 2 damage.
Yep.
Deathless Minions. Okay, so he is dead. And 1 wound's taken on that guy.
And then start of the melee phase. I need to draw bombs on you. Ironclad on the Blood Dragons on a 4-up. Nope.
Right.
And the frigate on the Blood Dragons on a 5-up. Yes.
Right.
D3 for 2.
2. Save 1, take another wound.
Yep.
Right. Who to go with first? Well, obviously we'll have to go in with the ones on the far side just to make sure of the Ironclad, so that everything into the Ironclad with those guys. So this will be 16 attacks. I had +1 damage. Let's sort those out. Threes and threes. Oh no. Ah, right. 3s and 3s. And then 3s. So that is 9 -1 rend 2 damage. Die.
4 ups. That's 3 go through.
So that's 6 damage.
Yeah. It was on 7, so 13 wounds suffered so far.
Right, and then the horses, I think have got 3 attacks each, that's 15. How many wounds left, sorry?
5.
Oh, they're not going to do it. Right, where are we? I'm losing it. That's 3 horses worth. So that is 5.
Ooh.
Fail them all. No rend.
So
didn't fail them
1.
all.
I failed 1.
You
Down.
didn't fail them all though. Right, okay, well that's them done.
Yeah. I
Roll
need
pick.
to see if I can pile in. Yes. Yeah, and then this guy can just be like that. Aye. So that's all of them on the Blood Knights. 6 attacks. Let's see if they can actually do something this time. 3s and 2s. Okay, they hit nice. Now let's not see 1s. Okay, I'll take that. So that's 4 -2 D3 damage.
That's 2 gone through.
-2.
Oh, sorry, 3 gone through.
Yeah. So that is 5.
4 gone through, so 1 on that. That's 2 whole ones killed. Hold on. Let me just double check what the standard does again. Oh my goodness.
What does the standard
I can
do?
reroll 1 for Deathless Minions. But at this stage, it won't be statistically good enough, so I'll have to kill him anyway. I was forgetting completely. All the standards do that. I was forgetting that. Only with the Blood Knights. I remember it with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Right, are they done?
Yeah.
I have to kill the Ironclad. This is now a disaster. So yeah, it has to be the Ironclad. So that will be 7 attacks from the Blood Knights into it. 3s and 3s. Should have made sure of it before. This is a fight I shouldn't have had.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Right. Horses. 2 wounds, no rend.
3 ups. Save both.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Arcane Company in that is going to attack into the Skeletons.
Yeah.
Arcane Company. Alright, let's see if the Skypike can actually hit for once. Force. It hits once. Nice. And force.
No.
Nope. And gunboats, 2 of them. 4s and 5s. Force. Nope. And then 7 Arcane Cutters. Force. And force. So that's 2 minus nothing, 1 damage.
This one is against the skeletons,
Yeah,
is it?
skeletons.
So minus nothing.
Yeah.
So that's 1, and then Deathless Minions. No. So that's 1 more killed. It's only then for me left to go now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I will have to try and complete my battle tactic. There's only now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But 1's the champion. So 5 attacks from normal guys. 3s and 4s. Yeah. And then 4s. That's 4, no rend.
4 ups. He's dead.
Oh, splendid.
Right, now I need to pile out.
Yeah, so we're back in a minute then.
Yeah.
Well, I've attacked with everything. Making sure of killing the Ironclad didn't make sure of killing the Ironclad. So everything of yours to go now.
Yeah. The Endrinmaster is going to attack.
Yep.
With 3 attacks, 3s and 2s. 2s.
Okay.
Of course. Alright. Where is it? Alright. Thunderers. 9 of them. They have 9 gunboats. 4s and 4s. 4s. And 4s. That's 3 minus nothing on that small unit, of course.
Minus nothing there.
Yeah. And then the drill bill. 1. Force. Hits. Force. Wounds. 1 minus 1. 1 damage.
Fine.
Okay. And then the navigator. Navigator. He has 2 attacks. 3s and 4s. 3s. Force. 1 minus nothing. 1 damage.
Oh, we take a wound.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Deathless Minions. We take a wound.
Yep.
On that guy. Anything else to go?
I think just the Ironclad itself.
Alright, so
Ironclad. I forget that they actually get a fighting. So that is going to be 14. So that's 5 attacks. 4s and 4s. 2 minus nothing, 1 damage.
oh, that's 1 gone through. Deathless Minions. Oh, I don't have the standard anymore, so yeah, that is another wound
Yep.
taken. Anything else?
No, that's me done.
Right, so
Morale.
yes, so battle shock.
I am going to use a triumph to succeed with these guys.
All right.
Because otherwise I cannot.
I didn't lose enough with my skeletons or my blood knights. So there won't be any of that. In terms of points, this is now it's gone away from me. I have I've got the battle tactic. I've got an objective. So that would only be 2 points for me. So what I'm going to do at this point is so that's 3 points altogether, I should say. If I got the next turn, I might be able to do something. So we will attempt to see if that happens.
5.
5.
Ooh,
so
you pick.
No, you pick. You went first.
Oh yeah.
So
I
it
go
would be you
first.
to go first. So we'll play this turn through anyway. We might as well.
Yeah. So you pick the objective.
Yes. So I will have to pick the one over there as the vantage one where my graveguard is near. It's the only one that is not easy for you to now get.
Okay. And I don't think I can grab the control of it.
I get 3 victory command points again. No, I get 2 command points again. You would get 2 also.
Yep.
Because I don't have a general.
I get 2.
But in the hero phase, I will attempt to get another one. Oh no, I can't. I have no hero.
Alright, hero phase. I will attempt to heal myself again.
Yes.
I do.
Yes, you do. D3. That's
2.
it,
He's
that's-
back to
he's back to 4.
And then I will also attempt to heal my ships. So this heals for 1 automatically. And
sorry. Was one other thing we need to do? I did forget. From the 3rd battle round, because we're in Gur, I remove an objective. So do you know what? I'm taking that.
Okay. And then I will spend 1 of the command points I got to make sure they can reroll their heal, and I'm going to attempt to heal the big ship. Force, rerolling. So that's 5 more wounds. So that's down on 8 now.
See, here's the thing now. What I think to myself is, I could have made sure it died with Vhordrai. I chose to do some damage to the Endrinmaster, who is now on full, and the Ironclad still lives. This is the lesson. If something has to die, unload everything into it.
It's also a lesson for me to remember I can reroll hit rolls of 1 against Vhordrai.
There's various things.
Yes. Alright,
He shouldn't have been able to shoot him with much.
movement. Oh no, hero phase.
Hero phase.
Still hero phase. The navigator is going to tell the graveguard that they are slow.
They know they're slow.
So they have half movement.
Okay, they've got 2-inch movement.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Alright, my turn to move.
So movement, the Ironclad is disengaged again. This one didn't even need to fly high, it's just moved a little bit. The Arcane Company stayed where it was. Those have remained in combat as well. Right, shooting phase. We will just point out again, we keep forgetting the battle tactic for this time is broken ranks. So if he kills a battle line unit, which he will, then he gets 2 victory points for that.
Yep. So engine riggers are going to shoot into those nasty blood dragons. Because why would a normal battle line unit have a 3-up save is beyond me. So rapid fire rivet guns, 3s and 4s. Okay, full house.
Right.
And 4s. That's more like it. 6 minus 1.
I needed to give them the +1 save as well, but I'm not going to, I forgot. 6.
Yeah.
But there's no saving them anyway. They seem to be fine.
Okay. Endrinmaster is going to shoot them next.
I might save my +1 save for the others.
Aider cannon, 3s and 2s. Nope. Dirigible suit weapons battery, 3s and 3s. Okay. 1 minus 1 damage.
We're okay.
And the Gaze of Grungni, 3s and 2s. Well, 2s and 2s technically, because it's my special weapon. And 2s. So that's 2 minus 1d3 damage.
We're okay.
Gosh. Saving them all.
A little late now, though.
Hi, the Arcanaut company here is going to shoot everything they have into those Blood Knights. I should still have that. Yeah. So, Sky Pike.
Yeah, because you had to be with more than 3 inches.
4s and 3s hits. And 3s. Wounds, 1-2.
Still okay.
Jesus. 6 shots with the volley gun. 5s and 4s. And 4s. Nope. And then the privateer pistols. So I have 4 of them, and then the leader has 3 shots. 4s and 4. I'm gonna grab that later. 4s and 4s. Yes. So that's 4 minus nothing. Yeah, 4 minus
nothing. Oh, those they fail. Right, well, deathless minions, I suppose. Yeah, they okay. So, okay, the champion just has 1 wound left.
Yeah. Alright, then the Arcanaut company in this one is going to shoot its light skyhook into those Blood Knights, and am I within 12? Nope. And everything else into those skeletons. So, Skyhook force hits, freeze, wounds 1-2.
Nope.
3 damage.
It is dead. It is dead.
Yeah. And everything else into the other guys. So, volley gun, 5s and 4s. 4s, nothing.
They are impregnable.
And then 6, 12, 15 shots with the pistols. 4s and 4s. So that's 2 minus nothing.
5s. Saved both.
Ooh. Alright. Then the actual frigate itself. Right, where is the frigate? Right. Okay. It is going to shoot everything it has into the skeletons. So D6 shots for 2. So that's a grand total of 6 shots on the other shot carbines and the shrapnel shot, because it's the same profile. Freeze and freeze. And freeze. That's 3 minus 1, 2 damage.
So that's 6s, 2 damage.
Yep.
That's 5 more dead. I'll just keep a note for now.
Yep. Alright.
So many are there? There's only 10 left. No, there's 11 left, so there would be 6 left in reality now. No.
Yes. Back. Now then. The Ironclad is going to shoot everything it has into the Blood Knights.
They will have +1 save.
Yep. Alright, so that is going to be 6 plus 8 shots. So plus 8. With the profile of shrapnel and carbines, freeze and freeze. And freeze. Alright, that is 7 minus 1, 2 damage.
So that'll now be 3s. Oh dear. That's 3 gone through. 2 damage.
Yep, 2 damage each.
The multiple wounds ones, which are the bad ones to fail. Okay, so that's 4 wounds. That's 1 dead. And well, I'll just put 4 wounds for now.
Yep. And
the rest is to come in.
Then the torpedoes. 4s and 3s. 3s. So that's 2 minus 1 d3 damage.
So 3s, they're okay.
Yep, that's all for the Arcanaut. The Thunderers are going to shoot into them. So that will be 20 shots. 9, 18, 22 shots.
Because there's still 9 in it, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, 18, yeah, 22 shots, 3s and 4s. And 4s. So that is going to be 7 minus 1 damage. Minus 1 and minus 1 damage.
So 1 fail there, just 1 damage.
Yep.
So that is another one, so that's 5 wounds taken. There.
And then the last but not least, Ederic Navigator. 3s and 3s. So that's 1 minus 1 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep, that's all the shots.
Is that all for shooting completely?
Yep.
Right, okay, I'll remove models. Right, into the charge phase then.
Yep, the engine riggers should be
5, yeah, that should be
Endrinmaster.
5 as well. So he's not in there. I've got 6 from that one.
Right, so I'm going.
But he could go into them.
I'm going to spend his triumph to re-roll this because I still haven't used his triumph. Yeah, that's in.
6, that's in, yes.
Right, so that's here, and these guys, like so. Yep. Right. Yep.
Right, let's have a think then. So, obviously I've got nothing to shoot with. So we'll be in the combat phase.
It's better to charge the Blood Knights than to be charged.
Oh yes,
by
of
them.
course. I'm just thinking, what do I spend this last command point on? Do I spend it on all-out attack, or do I spend it on all-out defence? Because you're probably not that brilliant in combat, but at the same time you probably... I'll spend it on all-out attack.
I am as well.
Right.
On the engine riggers, so they are 2s and 2s.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Let us see if I regret this.
Alright. So all-out attack on engine riggers, so they are hitting you on 2s and wounding on 2s. Right. Okay, that worked out. And 2s. Alright, that's 5 minus 2 d3 damage.
Yeah. Minus 2 will mean 5s. Right, so that's 3 through.
Yeah, d3 each. That's
6.
6. Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake, what is wrong with me? Right. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah, there's Gracie over there. That's 2 more dead.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out brilliantly. My attack's back.
And 1-on-1.
Yeah. I'll take a standard bearer. Right. It pains me not to kill your general just for the sake of it, but at the same time they can't, so don't even have the option. So it'll have to be into the Endrin riggers. So this will be 2s and 3s. I mean, it helped.
Yeah.
Inevitably. And then 3s. Okay, so that is 5 at -1 rend.
5 ups. Save 2.
And just 1 damage each.
So 1 is dead. And 1 suffers a wound.
And then horses. 3s and 4s.
Ooh.
Let me just... I am actually not sure. Do command abilities work on the mounts as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about.
So it says unit. We'll say... Well, see...
Let's just say
I don't think that made any difference there. Did
Yeah.
I get any 3s? I can't even remember. But it's 3 wounds.
Yeah.
I can always check that later. No rend there, horses.
4 ups. Saved 1. So that 1 is dead and 1 more suffers a wound.
So horses kill again.
Yeah. My engine master.
Yeah, he can still pile in.
Yeah, 3 attacks, 3s and 2s. And 2s. That's 2 minus 2 d3 damage.
1 goes through.
2. Just enough.
So, yeah. He's dead. And then he'll be on a
No,
wound.
you just didn't put it on 1.
What do you mean? No, that was right.
No. One guy was on 1.
He did 2 wounds before, and he had 2 wounds, so they've got 3 wounds each.
Yeah.
He'd taken 2 wounds.
Oh.
You did 2 wounds. That killed him and did 1 wound
enough.
on another. So he is on. That's another 2 wounds. So that killed him, and he's taken a wound recently. Right. But that is the combat phase done there.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't care about the battle shock, even though that was a heavy loss. Well, they're leadership 10. If a unit of 5 can't ever fail on leadership 10.
I have a bravery of 7, -1.
You're -1 because yes.
And then -2, so that's -3, so 4 or less. Yeah, they don't care.
Fine, okay. So you have a objective, but not more this time.
Yep.
And you completed your battle line tactic because you did kill a battle line unit. So that would be another 3 points.
Wrong side.
That is the wrong side. So, I mean, as I say, effectively this was gone before, but just for the record now, this would be 13 points to my 3. But I will still play my turn and we will just see what happens. Because I want to show off one more thing that can happen. Right, so in my turn, I don't get a hero phase. Ironically, we're doing a hero phase because my opponent gets a hero phase.
Yeah, I'm going to give myself +1 to save.
Right.
I think it's on a roll.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, so let me get the correct thing now. Heroic actions, 64 in here. All very new. So, no, you can give yourself +1 to wound rolls and +1 to save, but it doesn't say you need to roll for it.
Oh.
So, to pick 1 friendly hero, add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made until the end of that turn, and add 1 to save rolls for attacks that target it. Cannot carry out this heroic action with the same hero more than once in the same battle, but you haven't carried it out yet, so that is fine.
So the Endrinmaster has a 2-up save now.
Right. So we're going to be back after my movement phase, basically, because I have got nothing else to do. So in terms of movements, the skeletons have shuffled up towards the Endrinmaster. The Blood Knight has passed over the Endrin Riggers. We'll do the roll for that in a moment. The Graveguard have shuffled their impressive 2 inches. But that's fine. With their musician, they cannot fail to get the charge off. But I will still roll for it anyway, just to see if I can get more to pile in around the Arcane Company. And that's it. That is my army now. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, so movement. We'll just say as well, yet again, you'll notice we haven't said in the hero phase what the battle tactic is. On this occasion, I actually can't select a battle tactic. You're not allowed to select the same one twice in a battle, and there are no battle tactics I can actually achieve. As in, it's not just unlikely, it's physically impossible for me to achieve any battle tactics now. Bit stumped. This is the point at which you say you have definitely lost the game, but just to show the ability. So, my Blood Knight, whose War Scroll cards I keep losing, because he went passed over the Endrinmaster on a 2-up, suffers D3 mortal wounds. You do not suffer anything. So, lovely. So charges then. So the Graveguard will get in. They're guaranteed a charge of 6, but let's just see. So they're going to have a charge of 6. The Skeletons, 3, well, it will get them in. And the Blood Knight, 8. That's more like it. So I shall move those in a moment. So after the charges, the Graveguard could only just move up because they had nothing to play with. The Skeletons moved in effectively to the Endrin Riggers and the Endrinmaster, and the Blood Knight moved so that he's just in combat with the Endrin Master. And that's that. Right, okay. Oh, yes, okay. Right, so my skeleton's gone first. They're going to pile in. They can have 4 attacks, but that includes the champion on there and 3 others on the Endrinriggers. And that'll mean 2 skeletons on the Endrinmaster, because that's all they can do. So on the Endrinriggers, first of all, the champion, 3s and 3s. Both hit. Both wound, no rend.
4 ops. No.
Okay, so that's 2 more wounds.
Yeah, 1 is dead and 1 suffers a wound.
The other 3, so this will be 3s and 4s. And 4s. No. And then the 2 on the Endrinmaster. 1 hit. 1 wound, no rend.
2 up. Saved.
Okay. That's them done.
Well, I need to go with the company, otherwise they are just dead. Alright, Skypike. 4s and 4s. Ooh, hits. Wounds once. 1 minus 1d3 damage.
So 6 up save. No.
2 damage.
2 deathless minions. No, so that is 2 dead. We'll make a note of that.
1 gunbutt. 4s and 5s. Nope. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks with melee. 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. 2 minus nothing, 1 damage.
So 5 ups. Saved 1, not the other. 1 damage.
Yeah.
Deathless minions. Okay, so that's 3 gone.
Mm-hmm.
Remove those later. Is that them attacked?
Yeah, that's
Right.
attack.
So the Blood Knight then against the Endrinmaster. He did charge. So 3s and 3s. That's 3 minus 1 rend, 2 damage.
Alright, 3 ops. I'm fine.
Horsey. 1, no rend.
Fine.
Fine, okay.
He's going to poke you now.
Yep.
3s and 2s. Okay, he's not very good at poking. 1
Minus 1,
minus 2.
minus 2. Takes
3.
3, so it is in range. It is dead. Right then. There's only the Graveguard left to go, so I'll pile up in those and be back in a moment. Right, so the Graveguard, there's going to be 13 normal ones plus the champion. The 13 normal ones I'll do in 2 batches of 13. They've got 2 attacks each. An unmodified wound roll with a 6 does a mortal wound in addition, but there's nothing else that's cunning about this. Oh, actually, that being said, no, the champion doesn't have a different weapon. What am I on about? But I'll do his separately anyway, because no, I'll do it in this batch and then I'll check his out. So it'll be 3s and 4s. That is a lot of not 3s.
Is that a mortal wound?
No, it's the wounds. 6s to wound, do mortal wounds. And 4s, this is where I want 6. So that's 1 mortal wound in addition. And that is 5 wounds at minus 1 rend, 2 damage.
Alright, so they are dead. 8.
Oh.
8 plus 1, 9. Yeah,
Right,
they are
okay.
dead.
Right, so that's that done.
Yep. Alright, the Endrinriggers.
Yes.
Alright, so that's that. Alright, 3 attacks. 3s and 2s. And 2s. 1 minus 2 for d3 damage.
So D3 damage.
3.
I think they may even be out of range now for the death thingy. Yeah, they will be. So 3 dead.
Yep.
Okay, so I shall remove those. That still won't count. Right, so battle shot. No one. Oh, your Endrinriggers. Minus
They
1
lost
bravery. That
1.
won't. Yeah, that
Yeah,
won't.
on a 6. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So she runs, and that's it.
Okay. So yeah, I do get 2 victory points because I've got the vantage one, but that's all I could get. There can't be any battle tactics now. I'm going to concede at this point because it is that at least I've shown the different things there. Obviously, mistakes were made. Should have killed the Ironclad. Massive. I actually should have prevented Vhordrai taking as much damage as it did. The point was to screen against at least the short range shooting, which I didn't because I'd completely forgotten about this step deployment. I keep getting fixed into rectangles, even though in second edition you sometimes have weird ones. So that was a big mistake. But yeah, should have killed the Ironclad. There we go. Yes, thank you very much. That was at the end of it. I mean, yeah, I got 5 victory points in total. If I did get the next turn, in theory, there's still, presumably they'd still be stuck on 2 movement because that'll last presumably until the next hero phase. So they can't menace the other frigate even if I got the next turn. The best they could do is to take out your general, which I would. But I still can't take a battle tactic, so I'm still limited to 2 victory points for having the vantage. No, I'd have to change the vantage one. I'd still say the same one was the vantage one.
I would be choosing because
that's
you would
true.
be going first if you.
But it would still be the vantage one until then because it's a weird thing with this battle plan, which I may explain at the end or not with the wording. But I'd get to 2 maximum. There's nothing else. Killing things doesn't get me any victory points. Let me just have another look at the battle plan.
Is the Graveguard a Battleline unit?
No. Graveguard are only Battleline if you've got a White King General. So they were my only unit that aren't Battleline.
So as long as I killed those, you wouldn't also be getting the end of game.
No, Hold the Line. No, Hold the Line was... if we did carry on to the full 5 turns, Hold the Line is quite impossible.
Yeah.
Even, to be honest with you, even if they were Battle Line, you'd have 2 turns to shoot it with virtually fully functional airships that I can't do anything about. It wouldn't guarantee. It is possible that they would survive. I could cluster around a gravesite to make sure I got deathless minions. I can re-roll ones on the deathless minions, but beyond that, it's the best case scenario is that somehow I still have, and you could probably do something about that, but because you'd have the centre objective. In your turn you could move over to that. You have enough people in there so that you'd have more than my Graveguard, especially once you've shot them up, so you could capture it. But let's just say for some reason that that didn't happen. The most I can get mathematically for the rest of the game is 4, which would put me on 9 victory points. The skeletons won't survive. Even if they did, that would be 12 victory points at the end of it. You're already on more than that. So it is mathematically impossible.
So there it is, our first 3rd edition game. I think in actual fact, although there were bits of the many layers of new rules that we kept forgetting about, I think we rescued them all. We kept forgetting to give ourselves battle tactics, but we sorted those out. So I think everything works well there. As I was sort of alluding to at the beginning, with the battle packs, the problem with the battle tactics in General's Handbook, you can easily get yourself into a position where you can not be able to choose one, where I got myself into a position where there were no battle tactics I could even theoretically do. Whereas if you lose the core rulebooks ones, actually it's not so bad. So I prefer the core rulebook ones, but as far as I'm concerned, my choice would always be use the General's Handbook most of the time because it's just handier to use in a game. And if you go to tournaments, I think that's what you're going to be using. In terms of, I can only speak out of my huge mistakes were made. You can point. The first mistake was I completely forgot about the deployments. It's not even like I can say, in 2nd edition it was all like the nice rectangular deployments, because that wasn't true. But I did forget, and I should have. The whole point is when you against Kharadron Overlords, they will obviously, because they can just teleport, they will obviously shoot if you've got something on a monster and it's your biggest, baddest unit, they're going to shoot it in turn 1. So what do? Screen it away so that they can't teleport, because they can't teleport within 9 inches of enemy units. Use a screen to make sure that only their longest range guns can target it, and you're fine. And you know, if I'd have pushed those Blood Knights further up, I could have had a very good screen against it. But I completely forgot the deployment, where my deployment was when I was deploying. So silly. But that was one huge mistake. So Vhordrai would have been absolutely fine. But that mistake arguably cancelled a little bit, because Star completely forgot he could re-roll ones to hit with his with the thing he'd taken. Forgotten what they're called now. The Sky City thingies for Kharadron Overlords. But you know, he should have been I mean, he would have devastated the screen, but he would have been alive, and other stuff would have been as well. But there's the big mistake, really, because you can point to the fact that you know, when I chose to split attacks with Vhordrai, in actual fact, it should have worked. It should have been fine. Statistically, I was onto a winner for killing both the Ironclad and the Endrinmaster. In the end, I didn't kill either, and both of them ended up healing to the point where they were both at maximum capacity for the rest of the battle. You can moan. I could say, you know, those Blood Knights needed a 6-inch charge, and although I didn't get to re-roll that, my skeletons only needed a 5-inch charge. Now, the funny thing is, in the previous edition, skeletons had musicians. The musician, like the Graveguard, means that you are guaranteed a 6 on a charge. If you roll less than a 6, you make it to a 6. That would have been fine for them. And then I could have used the reroll on the Blood Knights. But even then, they only needed a 6. If the Blood Knights had got that charge off, I wouldn't have split my attacks. I wouldn't have needed to split my attacks. The Ironclad would have died. The Endrinmaster almost certainly would have died. Obviously, I could have had bad luck. Because, you know, that same unit of Blood Knights later on the Ironclad, again, should have been able to kill the Ironclad. All those wounds needed 3s to wounds, and they all just 1s and 2s. Every single one of them. So the Ironclad lived again. But at the end of the day, you know, those are dice rolls. The bottom line is the mistakes were made. The first mistake was not shielding Vhordrai properly when I had the ability to do so, and I didn't. Second mistake was not making sure of the Ironclad. If that Ironclad had survived on even 1 wound, I don't play Kharadron Overlords myself, but I know that they can heal a lot of wounds. You know, there's lots of ways they can heal wounds on an Ironclad, and then it'll just disengage and shoot again. I knew that. I knew it had to die. Largely, the reason why I split my attacks is not because I was confident of killing both. I sort of was. It's because I picked Slay the Warlord, and you can't pick it again. So it's a battle tactic. It's not like if you don't complete it, you can pick it again. You can't pick it again. And that's what made me do it. I realised I wasn't going to be able to kill it any other way. If I'd have focused everything on the Ironclad would have died. And then it's a very different game. Very, very different. But that was what it was. That was what it was. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned. I hope. Ironically, maybe I should have taken Legion of Knights against Kharadron Overlords, because they get the +1 save in the first battle round. But generally speaking, I'm not actually a big fan of Legion of Night in terms of the rules they get. But I will be using them. I may even use them in my next game. But there we go anyway. First Age of Sigmar game. Next week, we've got a 40k game again. I think this is Craft Worlds against Chaos Demons. And then the week after that, we'll have another 3rd edition Age of Sigmar game. We'll see how that goes as well. But I hope you found it interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for further content. And until next time, I'll see you later.